Who is Paul the Apostle? We cannot talk about Jesus Christ, his life and crucifixion, without shedding a light on Paul the Apostle, the author of nearly half of the books of the New Testament. Paul the Apostle is the founder of Christianity, as his books were the first written of the New Testament. All other Gospels were written after Paul finished his last book. Therefore, Paul was the first to formulate Christianity as we know it today. Paul the Apostle. His Jewish name is Saul of Tarsus. He was born in or around 5 AD in Tarsus, part of what we know today as Turkey. Paul was born to the Benjamin tribe. He was a Roman citizen. He knew Greek, Hebrew, and Aramaic. Many people thought that Paul was a very devout Jew and a staunch follower of the law of Moses, as he mentioned that he was much more devoted to the Jewish tradition and that he is the Hebrew of the Hebrews, which make people believe that this is the reason why he was against the followers of Jesus. Paul never met Jesus in person. However, after the crucifixion, Paul persecuted the followers of Jesus and forced them to abandon their faith. Paul considered them heretics. Later on, when he became a Christian himself, he confessed that he used force and torture to obligate them to renounce their faith. In Galatians 1:13 and 14, he said, "You have been told how I used to live when I was devoted to the Jewish religion, how I persecuted without mercy the church of God and did my best to destroy it." Paul admitted that when he was a Jew, he brutally persecuted, tortured, and even killed many Christians. In Act 22:4, he said, "And I persecuted this way unto the death, binding and delivering into prisons both men and women." Act 22:4. But doesn't killing violate the law and the commandments of the Jews? In Exodus 20:13, it says, "You shall not murder." Based on this fact, Paul was not a devout Jew and did not follow the law of Moses. Probably he was the least among the Jews to keep up the law and the commandments of God. Paul admitted that he broke the law of God. In Galatians chapter 2, verse 18 and 19, he said, "If I start to rebuild the system of law that I tore down, then I show myself to be someone who breaks the law. So far as the law is concerned, however, I am dead, killed by the law itself, in order that I might live for God. I have been put to death with Christ on his cross." Galatians 2:18 and 19. Well, if the reason he persecuted Christians was not that he was a devoted Jew and a great Pharisee among the Jews, then what could arouse his anger against the early churches? What might be the reason? If you are interested in learning the real reasons why Paul persecuted the early Christians, read chapter 13 in my book, Is Jesus God? Please share and subscribe. See you next time.